Today I built the largest manual storage system in Hytale for every single block. I also use colored dye wool to correctly show if a column is full or empty. In Hytale there are a lot of items, and there are a lot of items that cannot be placed or displayed at the moment, but I'm willing to compromise by at least knowing what block is in what area. Hopefully we get an automation as soon as possible because we desperately need a little automation in our life or a quick way to sort through all of the hundreds of chests we have. I know what everyone is thinking and going to say in the comment section is to download a mod, and honestly this world was never meant to be modded. It's the first world since Hytale's release, and I plan on keeping it mod free for as long as possible. Also, I know that I'm going to have to create a new world at some point because World Generation version 2 also hasn't released yet, and that's perfectly fine. And to be completely honest, that's for future me to worry about. Before we begin, a brief word from this video sponsor. I have partnered with Astro Gaming Fuel and created a new flavor called Passion Piston with my favorite JDM card, the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution. Fuel your system with a vibrant tropical sensation, bursting of juicy sweetness and mouth-watering finish. Passion Piston is a tropical taste of passion fruit crafted to keep you refreshed until your next craving. Developed as a hydrating formula first, Passion Piston provides a reliable fueled refreshment enriched with vitamins. Whether you're gaming, working out, or grinding through long sessions, Passion Piston was created to help keep your engine running smoothly. During this massive project, while I was mining out the area, it felt like it was taking forever. At the time, I was currently playing on a server called highforger.net, and I was being spoiled by the Simple Enchantments mod. I'm not a sponsor, but I highly recommend that you check it out for yourself. I had to swap from mining and building so often that I barely made any progress on either during this project. After wearing down more adamant type pickaxe than I care to admit, I finally had to stop and make another batch of adamantite pickaxes. Then it was straight back to digging out the basement. At some point, I became convinced that the basement was expanding faster than I could mine it out. These next couple clips are basically all I heard while I was mining out the basement. I also went ahead and crafted at least another batch, so another 10 adamantite pickaxes for this project. Now, while I was already about to finish mining out the basement, the next problem started to arise. I didn't have enough resources to complete the project, so I had to go get some more. I had to get more marble cobblestone. I also had to get some more dry wood, and a lot of those processes took just as long as mining out the basement. Next, I had to mine out a creek, and I was mostly doing this for the water. Later in the updates, what Simon has told us is that we are going to be needing water. So water became essentially an important resource for me right now because at the moment, if you do put it in a 4-block radius or a 2x2 dugout hole, it's infinite. But when you consider the fact that he does want to make water a finite resource, this is where I said, you know what, I'm going to dig out this creek, cover it up, and then I'm going to collect the water for later on. I'm going to have also some storage or different storage devices for water, such as trailers or also these water tanks that I'll be building. And those are going to be to help store water in the future. I haven't built them just yet, but I will plan on building them in this world later on. And with the power of editing, I went ahead and got all of the dry wood I needed so I can complete this project. I did have to mine out, and I think you guys saw this already at the beginning of the video. I had to mine out the original dry wood that I had placed because it didn't match up with the rooms that I was trying to set up, so I went ahead and just mined it out really quickly as fast as I could because that took longer because it takes 2 hits to mine out wood at the moment. I don't know if they're going to change this in the future. If they do, I would really appreciate that. But at the moment, hatchets take 2 hits on wood, so I had to mine out a complete section of it because I had to go down, I think 2 or 3 more levels after that, just to get the second floor. And I am going to use the second floor, I just don't know when. Right now, I have the first floor finished, as you'll see later on in the video. Right after that, the most important part was building a staircase. And I wanted a staircase that did match the theme of the house and what I use for the building blocks. I had to go through quite a few different designs. I tried to do a spiral staircase. It didn't work out as well as I thought I could make it. So I went ahead and opted for, I think, the 2-section staircase, which I also ended up moving the second one over for the second floor because I wanted them to kind of match, and I wanted that center area so that I could fully utilize the space and have maybe some sort of luscious garden growing in there or something else. I haven't decided yet, but I do have more plans coming in the future for this build besides just a storage system. For this staircase, I had to utilize some of the different building ideas that I had already made for my pavilion, and I also used them from inspirations of my private gardens. Those are also coming up soon, later in this world. But I had to make sure that I just wanted something that, like I said, just looked realistic, like something kind of rustic. And I kind of just used those same building concepts for the stairs that I'm about to show you guys. And like I said, it just kind of took quite a while for me to figure out how I really wanted it to look. And I just wanted to keep to the concept that I wanted everything to kind of just flow. Alrighty, y'all, just to quickly explain this little area, I kind of decided to go with something, I don't know, a little different. So I did build a while back a pergola or pergola. Yeah, I built a pergola and it had leaves on the inside, and I'm thinking of doing kind of the same thing, placing either leaves or you know, flowers to kind of put more atmosphere here. And I was thinking of doing it this way and using the tavern or also the simple wooden ladders. And I haven't decided what I'm going to do with the back yet. Maybe I'll do the same thing and just maybe not close it off. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure what I want to do with the back part. But what I was thinking was, yeah, I'm gonna put some like leaves and flowers and some other things here on the inside, so it kind of looks like the pergola we built, or the privacy fence. Depends on how you look at it. I do need to go get some more if we're gonna continue using the tavern or just making ladders in general. I need to go get some spruce. And I already started growing them. I just need I need to collect them. So let's go ahead and do that. So we already built the pavilion. I kind of wanted to try and copy the pavilion into the stair build, but I also wanted to make it more look like the pergola, which is kind of interesting how I'm building it. But the pavilion technically had it going the direction that it's facing, which makes this even harder, because that's not really going to work, unfortunately. So we're just gonna go for the best and just kind of take these out. And we might take out the tavern ones because I do need dark wood for the tavern ladders. So we're just gonna kind of make it easier. And I was also thinking of doing windows as well. But we're not gonna be able to put anything in the middle because the ladders go exactly on the edge, whereas the windows would go still in the middle. And I'll show you guys what I mean. So Do I have any windows? I don't even have any windows. That's crazy. So for the windows, when you place them, it kind of places it still on the edge. It doesn't, or it places it like towards the middle. It doesn't exactly place it how you think. I mean, even then, if you wanted to, you could place the windows. Oh, it doesn't work like that. So it only works when it's a half slab that's facing on the side, but not with the block itself. So since we don't have that, it kind of makes it hard. Although it would look nice. We'd be able to put the half slab here and have it go all the way up. But that's not really what I'm aiming for. I'm still kind of aiming for the ladder, which I can still put something in between as long as, let's say, I put a half slab here. So I know these two front spots are going to be kind of weird. But if we look at this next part, this is where the magic really happens. And now we can place something in the middle here. This is what I mean by the magic, is we can just place something in the middle and it'll still come out the way we want it. And you don't want it on the inside because you actually can't place anything here because it takes up what I call a block space. And that's why I'm placing them along the outside. Phew. Bless you. Thank you. And just kind of, like I said, just follow along the stairs, just like so. I'm not sure what I'm going to do here in the middle. It's not like we can do anything because of what I mentioned by the block space. We can't place anything in here. So I might just cover it off. But I haven't decided yet. I think I've already decided. I think I'm just going to cover it off. Would it make sense to put it here or here? I think it would make sense to put it here. Right? I don't know. You guys let me know. I don't have any other thoughts to put something there, but I just thought I'd really try and make sure that the that when I'm building things that everything comes out looking great. But I am super happy about the new builds that I have in mind, new designs, and this is kind of one of them. And even also we could place them here on the inside, if that makes sense. So what I mean by that is we can come up here and we can continue placing them, and it shouldn't take up or block what we're already doing. It'll just kind of just keep us in place, and we can still view the blocks, you know, just like we're looking through it. And this is kind of like the idea I wanted to go for when I originally thought about this. And we can just have it go all the way up until this block. I know here it's gonna look a little weird, but that's fine. And I mean, there's only so much you can do. There really is only so much you can do. Just like that, yeah. And I was just thinking, like, yeah, this would be great to... This would be, like, the greatest thing ever if I built this. Like this. I don't know how we're gonna get the leaves, because I don't think there's a way to collect leaves at the moment. But we'll figure out something. We will figure out something. And if I do figure out that something, I will let you guys know. But yeah, this is how I would do it if it was me. And let's make sure to get rid of that. And I would just, like I said, have this continue on going. I think the next weird part is going to be the ceiling. What I'm probably going to do is, since it's going to be redwood anyways, I'll just take out that block and just put a redwood block down into the ceiling just to kind of cover it off. And then, like I said, whenever I get the leaves or flowers, I'll show you guys how to get them and put them in. And you kind of just want to place them methodically. You don't want to be too crazy. You just want to put some here, some there, you know? That's the type of deal I go for. Some here, some there. And I'm super happy that this build came out looking the way I wanted it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. This is definitely gonna stay. I know for a while that I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I had to look at several different builds to kind of get an idea of what I wanted to do. And yeah, this is what I like. I like this. I'm gonna go with this. And then be careful when you guys are climbing. I actually did get stuck. I don't know if that'll affect you guys. I don't know if you guys are gonna get stuck, but I definitely did. Let me know if you guys do end up building something like this, and if you do end up getting stuck, let me know. I would greatly appreciate it. But yeah, what I'm thinking is for this outside, we'll take out the layer, that one layer, and we'll put like redwood planks running across it so it doesn't look weird. The next part on the to-do list is we need to move this wall. Should I move it up or down? I haven't decided that yet. Here, I'll decide in about 5 minutes after I tear this down. Let's see, where are we at? That's one. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it at the same 6, but that's including this block, which is usually what I do with my build, is I include the block. Let's take this out too. So that means we're gonna have to tear down this entire wall, unfortunately. But I will show you guys how to build the manual storage system. It's super simple. I'm using marble, you don't have to. We'll just go ahead and start. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the center beam. That's why we have it marked. So we know where center is. And behind the center block. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, we need to place one block in front because it's 6 across from the 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's 6 across just for this, so we have to place it in front. That's fine. That's totally fine. But what we'll do is we'll go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 on each side, just like that. And we'll have this go all the way to the top. And what we'll do is we'll have it come down 2, just like so. Then from the wall 1, well, this is a beam, so don't worry about that. But 1, 2, 3. And now that we have this, we'll just go ahead and mark that off. And bada bing, bada boom. So on the inside, I need to put some serious lighting up, but that's why we need to. That's why we really need to do it. I'm also going to grab some chests right now so I can show you guys what I mean by we're setting up the manual sorting system. So I'm going to grab some lanterns, some chests, and then I'm going to show you guys how it works. Lanterns, chests, and then I do have my own set of wool. Okay, cool. Let's grab some lanterns. Oh, that's not a lantern. That was not a lantern. Alright, so now that we've got it, we're going to go ahead and this part is going to be filled in no matter what. And then we're going to go like a tree, so kind of just branches off 2 blocks. At the bottom, you'll place chests. Obviously, you have to start from the bottom up because that's how chests be. That's the only way you can place chests in Hytale. So from here, all we're going to do is that block's going to be empty. And this is going to be our marking block. So the way we mark it is we just pick a block and bam, done. Next we should have this block. And then I didn't bring any marble slabs. And what you'll do is you'll put the marble slab, or also you'll put a block indicating if this area is full, if it has any blocks, whatever you want to do. So for me, since this area is empty, I'm going to mark it with red. And then I should have grabbed some red wood. Then we're going to grab the half slabs. And then we're going to go across. And we should be on the 4, so it's going to be the exact same thing we already built. It's just going to repeat on the other side. I got to tear this down, so unfortunately it's not in the right place. There we go, just a little bit. And then we'll do rinse repeat, just the opposite adjacent. So just like this. Sorry, it's supposed to be this block because it's 1, 2, 3. And then again, you'll place your chests. You would have a marking item, but for me, I'm not going to put an item in here. I'm just going to mark it with red. And then we just continue on. And then I'll also show you guys how to build the lights. So when you're placing the lights for this system, you do want to go you do want to do the ends, but you want to go every 2 blocks. And I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So from the ends, you're going to start off on the second block. Hold up. All right, sorry, we are back. Just to place it, you're going to skip this block. And then we're going to go 1, 2, and then 1, 2 again. And this is just so we can keep the lights off the floor, and we can hang some lanterns. And then you guys can also see whether or not a chest is full, or if it's empty, or if the entire row is empty. It's completely up to you. What I would recommend is, if you guys are doing the chests, when you are marking them, I would mark the full ones until you guys have this one completely empty, and I mean completely full, with a yellow as in a work in progress, green meaning full, yellow meaning work in progress, and red being completely empty. So we know that when we're opening them, we obviously can't open it, so we'll just pick it up and then fill it up with the blocks, and then once it's full, we'll put green, and then we'll say that we're working on this one next. It's still a work in progress. And then once you guys already have the complete row full, just go ahead and mark the whole thing green. That is going to be my best recommendation for this manual storage system, since we don't have automation just yet. But you guys can do however you want. Now, I'm going to make mine pretty long. Probably not all the way that long, but pretty long. And it's going to store up to at least 500,000. It should store up to 500,000 blocks. And remember, this is only for blocks. So if you wanted to use it for leather, or you wanted to use it for other items, any item that you can't place or can't fit into this little tiny area, which is just 1 block length, because like I said, some items can't even be placed. Let's say sap. You can't place sap. I would not recommend it for this system. Also, like, let's say again, fiber. You can't place fiber. I would not recommend it for this system just yet, because we can't place certain blocks or items. Now, this system can be integrated and changed and upgraded to the new system as soon as it comes out. I don't know when it's going to come out. I don't know what it's going to look like, but I have a feeling that this system, just this system alone, is going to help, is going to benefit you in some shape or form, so that it's already basically set up, and all you got to do is just hook up the new components of whatever we get. Unless it's going to be completely different than what I'm thinking, then we're going to be in a different situation. This is kind of like set up as the hopper system, if you guys think about it in a different way. I know that this isn't going to be enough space, but like I said, it's just to go ahead and start sorting your items and placing chests down so you guys have enough space to work with. But if you guys did enjoy this video, I know it took a while for it to come out, but I really tried to think about everything. And not only that, I also had to wait for trees to grow, which isn't the worst part. It was mostly I had to switch up I had to grow a tomato farm just to get enough life essence to continue building this. Which, like I said, it wasn't too bad. I did have fun while I was doing it. I was working on the farm. I was doing some other things. I worked on even some new builds I will be showing you guys in the later future. Spoiler alert, I will say that they will include construction vehicles. I'm not going to tell you guys which ones just yet, but I do already have them built. I'm working on building some more, and I'm also working on building some other additions you guys can make to your builds, to your houses. And if you guys are always interested, instead of just watching the video and trying to build it, I do have the prefab available for you guys to purchase. It is completely up to you guys on how you want to go about building. But going forward, this is how my house is going to look. And I kind of want it to look good the entire time because I do have to look at it. And I'm super excited for the next update for Hytale whenever automation comes out. And then, like I said, you guys, you're just filling it up all the way. I'm just filling it up. Like I said, I'm still having fun. Still enjoying the game. I know a lot of people are just waiting for World Gen V2, or you're also waiting for a specific point in the game to come back. I totally get that. But me, I'm here having fun. I know we're going to need a lot more resources than what they're telling us. And we're also about to get the new crafting system, which I'm super excited about. I don't even know what it's going to look like. I don't know if that's going to change the systems we already have. I don't know if we're going to lose the workbenches. There's a lot of things that are unknown at this point. But hopefully by the time this video comes out, that all of those answers, all of these questions I have, maybe you guys have as well, will be answered. But I'm super, like I said, excited for the next content update for Hytale. And I started, like I said, this is the reason why I built this, is because I started getting a lot of resources, mostly from just mining out this area alone. Like we have a bunch of dirt. We have a bunch of cobblestone as well. And you see, this is what I meant by the color code is this one's full. This one's full, but this one's not. It's to prevent you to stop from looking and kind of get you to just, you know, fill up a chest faster. But it's up to you guys on how you want to use the system. I just created it because I was having a hard time sorting through blocks, and I have to open like billions and billions of chests just like this all around my house. And I thought I'd just create something that would help people out in creating a system if they need it. And I'm probably thinking of maybe storing every single block if I can. I know they added just like 500 new blocks, but not all of them are accessible at the moment. I can't wait for the iron blocks because that's really going to solidify the vehicles in survival. But right now we just don't have survival blocks. And then one last thing before we go, we're going to go ahead and change out this beam, and we're going to put down the dry wood as a separation block between the rooms. Alrighty guys, I forgot one last thing, and that's to put half slabs around my archways. I don't know if you guys are building this in your builds, but this is how I build my archways. They're about 4 blocks. They're 4x4. But yeah, I forgot about the arches, and I already did it for the other ones. Alrighty, hello guys, and I just wanted to let you know the updates. So I went ahead and transferred it from the right side to the left side so we can have a more spacious middle. And then I also went ahead and switched the ladders from the inside of the stairs to the outside. So that means that they're technically on the block while these other ones are not. They're on the next block. And I kind of did that for both of the staircase, just so it looks like it flows a little more, and we actually have this connected together instead of it sticking out on the stairs, because I saw that it was causing me some issues, and maybe some of you guys, if you already haven't gotten to this part of the video, where it's just getting in your way. So I wanted to go ahead and say that I updated this. I also updated the storage room, so we're expanding. We're growing into the next room. If you guys are not already doing this, I am. I'm probably going to have 3 different rooms on the left and the right. I've also really started filling things in, so now we got a mix of everything. We got dry wood, we got some fir, we got obviously redwood, beech. I just kind of filled in. Right now this is kind of the log room. And then this is kind of like the general basis, cobblestone, dirt, because we already know we're going to have a lot of that. And I don't know what I'm going to make this room yet, and I don't know what I'm going to make the other rooms as well. But we have been, like I said, working on it. We have the second floor also ready, I did update this one. So this one connects all the way up, like I said. It looks really good. We keep the outside and the inside. I also, if you notice, I took out the cobblestone because I didn't really like it. Mostly because of the fact that it kind of just stops and it doesn't wrap around the entire log like I wanted it to. But you guys can leave it if you want. I went ahead and took it out, but excuse me, it's up to you guys on what you really want to do. This site is still a work in progress. But yeah, I just wanted to update you guys on what happened downstairs. Nothing's really happened upstairs besides that, but yeah, I will definitely be adding some more later on from here on out. I don't know how far I'm going to keep expanding the rooms, but you guys can keep on going. You can go up to 15 or you can go past it. Just remember that you want to keep the same flow, which is you want to leave the one block just before you end it. So here would be an end. That's why I have it marked with the marble. So I know this is what this would technically be an end. This holds technically about 400,000 items, just these two areas alone. And if you expand it a little more, you could have it up to 500,000 if you really wanted to. And then you could have like another set of rooms. And that's kind of what I'm probably going to go for, is have 500,000 blocks in one area. And then I'm gonna expand into the next room. Now, I know that this is probably not the best system. It's like kind of ridiculous because, well, there's no way I'm going to have 500,000 blocks of cobblestone or 500,000 blocks of dirt. And it's not meant for that. It's meant so that if you are looking for an abundance of resources, you can easily just find them. For me, since I'm probably going to have a bunch of cobblestone and dirt mixed with everything, we're just going to have it all in one place. And then what I'll do is I'll go block, stairs, slab when we're doing the next set of items. So it'll be the cobblestone block and then stairs and then slabs and then whatever else besides the roofs. But like I said, I'm going to be mostly doing the blocks if I can. So like if we have a bunch of cobblestone, okay, I'll probably take out this entire layer and then take I need to put a workbench in here or something. Here we go. Let's grab a workbench. But like I said, let's say there's a workbench here, and I'll probably place one outside of each room. Or actually, I like the idea of having one in the room, and we place it like towards the middle. I like that idea. But like, let's say I want to do stone. We'll take out, I don't know, this block, make a bunch of stone so that it's already crafted for us, and we don't have to do too much work. Because I know crafting in this game is kind of a little time consuming right now for some of them. So like this would be stone. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. We need stone. It's right here. And yeah, like I said, if you guys are wondering, well, why do you still have it like this? Or, you know, why are you color coding it differently? I'm really not. This just means that these two are full. Red means it's empty. And then obviously yellow at the top means that I'm currently working on this row. And then you see that I'm working on this one. And if we go to the side, we can see that it's empty. But yeah, that's how I'm doing the color coding. That's why this one over here is mostly red. And I'm going to have to get some more red cloth half slabs. And I haven't found really an easy way to get red other than looking for poppies. I'm pretty sure there's a way you can forcibly make it with apples. But then I don't have an apple farm for that just yet. As soon as I get an idea of the apple farm, I will definitely let you guys know. So far, I'm thinking of just putting up apple trees and apple farm because you also get apple logs. So apple trees give you multiple different types of resources, not just including the logs, but also the apples, so you could use them for the red color dye. One thing I also wanted to quickly mention, I did update the house so that I could have all of this kind of matching. But that also means since we updated the, I guess the upstairs room already, I want to update the downstairs room. So what we're going to be doing is just kind of moving everything over one block. And then adding an additional layer of blocks to the already existing ones. And I know that sounds kind of weird and kind of strange, that all of a sudden I'm kind of moving things over a block. But trust me, trust the process. But everything's just kind of shifting over, which is kind of cool. Because like I said, this house was, I didn't really, originally, I did not mean to do that. I should have taken the flower out and then, oh no. Oh no, we're gonna have to find another one of those. That's okay. But yeah, I originally just built this house, to kind of make it look nice and look cool. And, now that we've, lived in it, I kind of feel that I want to make some changes. And I want to make as many good changes as I continue to live in it. Will this increase the price of the house? No, it will not. I'm going to leave it at the same exact price. The only difference is that I will... I'm kind of wondering if we should have just left that there. It's a very good question. Kind of matches up with the top. Like I said, I'm trying to make as many good changes to the house as we continue to live here, because, you know, building it and living in it are honestly two different things. And I know some people may or may not like that, but that's just how I feel. And like I said, we're just kind of shifting everything over a block. I guess they changed the windows, because before with the windows, you used to take out the bottom one and they would all just fall. But let me make sure. Oh no. Let me just make sure I'm doing this correctly. Yeah, I'm doing it correctly. All right, so the redwood here. That's not right. I'm still wondering if I should just leave it in the center. A very good question. Here, we'll put this one up and then tear this one down and see if it still looks as appealing as I would like it to be. Let's see. I mean, yeah, it still keeps that subtle appearance and keeps the flow. I don't mind. I think we should have just left the redwood. But you guys can always let me know, like, hey, that looks ugly. You should have just changed it the other way, or kept it one way or another. I will always be open to what you guys feel about my builds if they look ugly. I honestly do not mind, because I want to make sure that I improve them for you guys, if in case you do need or want them in the future. And that is a huge possibility. Trying to figure out what happened to that extra block. Did we place it? Or in the move, did everything kind of shift still? It's still looking good.